Page 280, By the Light of the Silvery Moon. This is an ensemble piece, but they're not giving the piano part all the way. You get to make it up. However, they're telling you basically what pattern to use. We're pretending either you're going to be the piano player in this, or you're a teacher and you've got other people doing this. Either way, as the piano player, you need to be familiar with the other parts, at least a little bit. So we're in the key of C major, and the first part has a pickup beat. Now this could be one or more instruments. If an instrument like a violin can play multiple notes, one will do. Otherwise, you can wind instrument, then might need two people playing it. But here, 4 and 1. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1, rest. And you repeat it and do the whole mess again. The second part is sort of a discant or a counter melody, floating up above, doing its own thing. You're up here. 1, 2. And that's kind of hard to do on piano. You could always use two hands. There's 8 VA above the second, and then down. Then measure 5. And again, 1. 2, 4, 1, or whatever. Then the piano part. Well, the piano part, they give you the patterns for C major. It's generally the pattern we're going to use on these other chords. So in the third full measure, you have an F, and then you have a C sharp diminished seventh with an E on the bottom. Is that a mouthful? Well, a diminished seventh, remember, is all minor thirds. So we're going to take a C sharp diminished, start on a C sharp, just minor thirds. Well, those are the keys on the piano. Might not be the written notes in the music, but those are the keys. And they want the E on the bottom, so I'm going to take that and put it on top. So it's a nice thing about full diminished seventh chords. When you invert them, they're still all minor thirds. So this and this, they're still all minor thirds. And that's what they want here. So they're going from an F to here to the E on the all minor thirds, and then D7. Then a G7. So let's see if we can get that much. In the pattern, they want an F chord. And they're doing the F chord in first inversion, I don't care. The left hand does the bottom note. So if it's an inversion or root or whatever, the left hand plays that one. So it's an F. And the C sharp diminished, but the E is here. Just the E is going to be with the left hand. And then the right hand does the rest of this, whatever it is. Here. And that's going to be just one chord. Like it is in the second full measure, you just get the chord. Then in measure 5, it's a G7 here. Same thing in measure 6, it's a block chord, and then going on is a C, and then here. Again, they're all minor thirds. I could play it up here. I don't know. And then a G7. I don't see why I get to play one note in the left hand. Come on. Whichever. Then back to the C, back at the beginning. Then the F chord like we already did. Yeah. You don't want to do that. You don't have to use the C sharp. Do that. Then the C. didn't say the F minor chord, did they? And then the last line, they give you all the notes. Whatever. The last measure, by the way, is here. The AV takes it down. Whew. That's sort of what they're wanting you to do with the piano part. But you got to have these down to the point where there's no hesitating. You can't hesitate when you're playing with other people. You're not supposed to hesitate anyway. It's just that when you're playing with other people and you hesitate, you mess up everybody. You may need to go in and write in the notes or something to that effect. But that's sort of what it is. I went over that very quickly, but hopefully you get the idea of what you're doing with this Silvery Moon thing.